Guys, welcome back to another video. I am valiantly victorious. You guys have to excuse my voice. I am sick, but if you cannot do this sick, what the hell am I doing it for? So we're gonna push through with our motherhood video. So I got my tea and I got 4 points for motherhood misconceptions. Let's get right into it. The first motherhood misconception, guys, is that motherhood is an identity. If you walk up to somebody or even if you just ask somebody the question of, so tell me about yourself, who are you? And they start off with, well, I'm a mom. Like, for real? Like, you're a mom? Okay, first of all, let's not embrace that as who we are. We are moms, but it is more of a role that God calls us to and less of who we actually are, unless you're deliberately making it your life. And that's an unfulfilled life, honestly, to me, because I'm a mother, of course, of one. So I guess it's a little bias going on, but even with me being a mother of one, I don't even want to set the example of my kid not seeing his mom moving in purpose, moving in destiny, and following her dreams. Why would I tell him to do such a thing and I'm not living it for myself? Motherhood is not an identity. It is your role, one of your many roles. Y'all should check out Proverbs 31 because we are more than capable of doing more than one role, okay? We can be mompreneurs, we can be actresses and journalists and writers and just business owners and moguls. We can do whatever we set out to do because we have the favor of God with us. So that's number 1. Motherhood is a role, not an identity. So number two is that I need my spouse or partner to fulfill what I cannot do. Y'all, baby girl, that's a lie as well, okay? This was very like a misconception that I had to break in my own personal life, because becoming a new mom, there's a lot of overwhelming changes that are occurring and that you have to adapt to, and all of those different things, especially from the line of thinking or the way that you have been conditioned along with what you thought a mother was supposed to be. So it's all about fitting into, you know, what you will do and what you will not do as your own mom, as yourself, okay? And being a mom in your journey of motherhood. So this was difficult for me because of course, help is important. Of course, it should be welcomed, but I had to recognize what I would be able to bring to the table as the mother of my kid. God is the opener and the closer of wombs. He knew that I would, you know, be a mother. He chose for me to be a mother. It was intentional. So there will be a lot of things that are required out of me. And of course, I will need help. I'm not saying be strong and be stubborn and handle everything on your own. But I'm also saying recognize what you were called to and recognize the value that you already bring to the table as a mom, the natural things that come with you and your motherhood as a woman, the superpowers that you come with. And you will always be able to offer that. Don't look to your partner or your spouse to be able to do the exact same things that you provide for your child. The father brings their own gifts and their own, they bring their own, you know, attributes or values to the role of parenthood in itself. So when you feel like you're lacking, when you're insufficient, you have to make sure that you're drawing from an infinite source so that your dependency isn't just on humans, because ultimately they will, I don't want to say they'll always let you down, but it's, you know, it's inevitable that a person can never in their life let you down. So just leave room for that and leave opportunity for that and leave yourself grace for that. Nobody else can wake those kids up, feed them, get their hair done, take a business call, study, or do what you do, cook dinner and run a bath and wash the clothes and clean the house. And yeah, we want help in those areas sometimes. And yeah, you know, it's a nice gesture, but just think of the grace and the things that you are able to do in your role of motherhood, and just all that God has graced you the ability to be able to do. Even if sometimes you run dry, you have a source to draw from to rebuild your strength. and you're able to freely continue to walk in that, because nobody else can get down like a mama taking care of her household. Number 3, another motherhood misconception is that if you put your children first, you have no time for your purpose or for yourself. And I'm here to tell you today that it's a lie. So I see a lot of moms in my life and just in my experience of watching moms even before I was a mom. And I would see people, of course, number one, lose their self in their children, investing everything, their attention into their children, and it being detrimental to other aspects of their life, but also allowing themselves to be content with living an unfulfilled life, a life where I would see them compromised constantly, and it would become a part of their character. And I would see it also trickle over into their children's lives. And it's just like, ugh, you know what I'm saying? So with me trying my best to break these types of cycles in my journey of motherhood, what I've experienced is that this is a lie. That if you have 20 to 30 minutes to scroll through Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever your vice or your distraction is, your games, whether you're even playing Candy Crush, baby, if you got 20 and 30 minutes to do that, you have 20 and 30 minutes to look up a Skillshare video or a YouTube video on how to start your business, on how to build your credit, or how to just in general handle your finances better, educate yourself so that you can move forward in that direction, and developing that discipline in your life and allowing your children to see that discipline that it is required to educate yourself in order to move in the directions that you want to move into. And it's better for them to see that example, because you have to understand that everything that is taking place in your young children's lives is going to carry them for the rest of their life. Their morals, their values, not just what you tell them every day, not just what you don't let them do every day. They are watching you. So yeah, there's number 3. You do have time to do something within your purpose or whatever your spirit is leading you to. You definitely have time. That's why it's constantly playing over and over and over inside of you until you actually get it and move forward in it. Okay, so stay tuned to my purpose series outside of these motherhood videos. And the last mama misconception is number 4, that we can do this on our own. Like, I know before I said that moms are powerful, and indeed we are very powerful. We can handle a lot. And I guess this is more for my single mothers and the things that I've just examined and even witnessed within my own life with not being a married mama yet. Is that we don't need the help. We can handle this. We can get the job and we can provide for our family. We don't need handouts. We don't need charity, because our children are our responsibility. And yeah, that is very, very, very true. But the role that our partners do serve complements this entire thing of parenthood. Not even, you know, just necessarily of a 2-parent household, because everyone isn't fortunate in that way, but also just honoring the fact that your partner does have something to bring, and not holding them to unrealistic expectations, but valuing what they do have to offer and bring to the table. You definitely need a source to pour back into you. You need God to pour back into you, the infinite source. You can always draw from him, because he never runs dry. You can also find inspiration that can uplift you every day. Other mothers that you can speak to that can support you in your journey, that can also empower you and let you know and remind you when you are feeling dry or when you are feeling weary, that you are more than capable, that you are more than a conqueror, that the things that are put before you were what you were called to. And if God called you to it, he will bring you through it. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for tuning in to hear my 4 mama misconceptions. I appreciate it, and hopefully y'all pray for my voice, that it's back by the next video, so that I can get back into this purpose series and I can help you guys continue to move in destiny. In Jesus' name, I love y'all. Peace.